Javeria Sidiqque, thank you so much for taking time to talk to us here at the social newsroom. It's been 78 days, I guess, since the unfortunate incident that happened to your husband here in Kenya. Just to establish, where exactly are you?
I'm a journalist as well. My name is Javeria Sidiqque, and I'm a wife of late journalist Arshad Sharif, who was killed in Kenya on 23rd October 2022. And let me tell you about Arshad as well, that he was a very famous journalist in Pakistan, and he was an investigative journalist and anchor. He was very popular, million of people following him on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and he was widely loved by the Pakistani people. And even still, more than 75 days passed, his grave is full of petals. People daily visit his grave and give him a tribute and respect. And other than his journalism, he was professional photographer by hobby as well, and I am also a photographer by hobby. And we both are journalists, so we share mutual hobbies and interest. And like, life was a very good and normal till lots of cases registered against him in Pakistan. Like, he was a very fearless journalist now. So he did so many stories against the corruption of ruling elite and powerful quarters of Pakistan. So he was booked in 16 fake cases in Pakistan. So he left country in a hurry. First he went to Dubai, then he don't have much visas on his passport, so he come to your country. I was a bit relaxed at that time that now he's safe and no one is going to like harm him or hurt him, because in Pakistan he was getting death threats, that we will shoot you in a head. And the same is going to like executed in your country, and I'm like, how this has happened, I'm still in a shock, because I was thinking that he's safe now. So he was a very educated journalist. He did his masters from Ulster University, Ireland. Then he did journalism in English language as well. He was associated to foreign media, then in local media as well, and he was a prime time anchor. Uh, our life is like shattered, destroyed after this incident. uh, I still don't believe this, that this thing happened to us, and like he's gone. Every day I wait for him. I want him to come back, but when he come back to Pakistan, he was in coffin.
So sorry, Javeria. So sorry about this. You've talked so lovingly about, some of the things that Arshad was doing in Pakistan. I just want to take you back. The two of you are journalists. Maybe just fill us in into the kind of man he was, how the two of you met, and in your professional career, how you both handled balancing, family time, husband and wife, and also your professional career, being an investigative journalist, and all that comes with it. You've talked about 16 cases that were booked in Pakistan, the death threats on his life. How did the two of you meet, and how did you manage balancing family and professional life?
11 years back we got married because we both were like a photographer as a by hobby. So that was the main link between our friendship or this marriage, and it was a love kind of arranged marriage, and we spent such a good time together. And he gave me so much editorial freedom in my work, and I also never interfere in his work. He was in like TV journalism, and I was into more print and digital journalism. I much focused towards his social media as well. I run his social media. I work with him as well, but my mostly work for his, like, from the work from home. And I give like maximum comfort and freedom to him as well. He was very workaholic. He loved to read books, and he loved to do photography. He loved to do hiking, but when it's come to work, he was very workaholic. Sometimes he only take a 4 hour nap or 5 hour nap. He was just focused toward work sometime. So I never interfere him in his work, and he never interfere me in my work as well. And he always celebrated my small achievement, because I'm a mid-career journalist, and he was like accomplished and a seasoned and a senior journalist of Pakistan. And in next month, it will be a 58th birthday coming of Arshad, but he's not, he's no more with us, but he's still alive in our memory. He was like, he do always investigative stories, and investigative stories was not my like cup of tea, or not my beat. So I never interfere in his work. But when we got married 11 years back, I since remember on those days we got threat from the same powerful quarters, because he was doing even the journalism at that kind of journalism at that time as well. So from day one he was fearless, and he was focused toward the people who are doing still corruption in Pakistan, and looting the resources of common people. And people are getting poor day by day, and ruling elite is getting richer day by day. So he was like, he hate corruption, and he always exposed corruption of ruling elite. And he was like, he was expert in multiple language. He was good at writing, he was good at speaking, and he was very handsome as well. So I cherish all those memories, but still I'm very hurt from the like government of Kenya and the judicial system as well, because I have written a letter to everyone, like your judicial commissions and your judiciary and your president William Ruto. I'm thinking to write letter to First Lady as well, and the Vice President Mr. Rati as well. And I have written to your Interior Ministry and Foreign Ministry as well, and no one is like giving me help in this regard to getting justice for my husband, because I need to know there like number of people, like hundred of people monthly visit your country. It's a beautiful country. I have heard that it's full of natural resources, it's full of flora fauna, they have lots of animals and safaris. Why only one particular person, my husband, is targeted by your police? And they openly like said this to all, that yes, we did it, and we did it by mistake. How they can kill someone, some human being who is loved by his family, his country, his wife? How they can kill someone by mistake? Why they have shot him in the head? It was so traumatic to see him like that in the mortuary and hospital. Even I can't able still to remove those images from my memory, those moments from the memory. I can't sleep, I can't eat, I can't drink anything because of this trauma, because I can't forget those bullet wounds on my husband's body. So I have to ask from your police why they have targeted my husband, because the threats he was getting in Pakistan, that we will assassinate you and we will uh, shoot you in a head. It will executed. How that is possible? It is executed in your country, in Kenya. So I need to know so many things, but there is no one who is cooperating with me in Kenya other
I
than
mean,
media.
So, Javeria, speaking to at least three Pakistani journalists on the day that your husband was murdered, the feel I got and what we got here as Kenyan media was he was a very bold and very courageous man exposing corruption in Pakistan. Just to take you back a bit before we now come into the why and the how, you talked about him leaving Pakistan, going to Dubai. Why did he come to Kenya?
Because someone from the Dubai authority came into his hotel and said to him that we are under pressure by your government, so leave our country or we are going to deport you back in Pakistan. So he don't have any other option because he don't have visas, and as per Pakistani, we get on arrival visa on very limited country. So he came to Kenya, and then he was like after few you can say month or a days, he was brutally assassinated. And we are still in trauma that on that night what was happened to him, because he was talking to family, he was talking to friends, he was talking to colleagues, and suddenly messages stopped delivering on his phone. Then we got the news that he's no more. So it's so traumatic. I still don't believe that this is what happened to us and to our family, because our beloved Arshad is gone. It's not easy to accept this reality, and now it's like more than 75 plus days, and we are not getting answers for our questions, and we are not getting justice for Arshad and for ourselves, because your government and your authorities are not cooperating with us. Whenever I start going to like text them or email them, they said we will going to talk to your government as well. Why government is going to like give us a justice? Because he was like running from this government. Now he was saving his life. He was hiding in the Kenya, and someone like did it's like a targeted assassination. It's a targeted killing. It's I'm not buying this argument from your police and from your GSU that it's a mistaken identity. No, it is pre-planned murder.
When he left Dubai, because I'm under the impression from what you've said, the Dubai authorities told him that they were under pressure from the Pakistani government to make sure that he leaves Dubai, coming to Kenya. What was your last conversation with him as he was coming to Kenya, or when he settled in Kenya? Did he want to stay here in Kenya, hide in Kenya, wait for things to cool down, or was he still working on something while he was still in the country?
When he left Dubai, he sent me a text on WhatsApp, and he said to me that they have asked me to leave Dubai, so I'm going somewhere far away in jungles. Now, I said, "Where you are going?" So that I can't tell you my location because it's not safe. They will like they are going to like find me or chase me, and I'm still in under threat. So when he came to your country, he never told his family about the exact location. Where is he? In which city or country he is, and where he's hiding. But he do sometime video calls, and he did some messages or calls. So I get to know that he's mostly spending his time inside his room of the penthouse, which was given by his host to him for a temporary refuge. And he said to me, I will come back to Pakistan in December, and I'm hopeful that things will be get better in Pakistan and for me. So I'll come back, but for the time being, I'm hiding here because my life is under danger.
So he did tell you that he was hiding here in Kenya.
No, I come to know on the same day when he was like brutally assassinated. On that day, I come to know because people start calling me, journalists start calling me. I don't know from where they get my number, but I start getting calls from the Kenya and from Kenyan media, and from his colleague as well. He told me like about 2 a.m. in Pakistan that this what happened to Arshad in Kenya on 23rd. We come to know on 24th October.
So your husband was assassinated, as you've just put it, targeted assassination on the 23rd of October 2022 outside Nairobi. Uh, just take us through your thoughts because you are living with these threats. Arshad was living with these threats, moving from Dubai, coming to Kenya, where he thought he was going to be safe. Just take us through your thought process, not just as a wife, but also as a journalist, with everything that was happening, receiving the news and all these calls coming in that this is what has happened to Arshad.
You know, things has been changed for us when the government has been changed in Pakistan. Like when they have with the like some vote of no confidence, they have removed Imran Khan and they have bring the new prime minister. So Arshad become very vocal against this regime change, and he want to democracy in Pakistan in a like that way that one prime minister is going to complete his tenure for 5 years. So he was a bit hurt, and he started criticizing everyone, and especially the powerful quarters in Pakistan, including military, government, everyone. So when he was booked in 16 cases, I was still like in a hope that we will get the justice and all these fake cases will be closed by the judiciary. But he didn't get any kind of refuge or any kind of like help in this regard. And when he left, he don't have any visas. I asked him lots of time when he was in your country, because he did calls to me, video calls to me. I said to I don't know where are you right now, but you should go to some safer place. Let me talk to some country, and you'll get residency or asylum. He said, I don't want any asylum or I don't want any residency. I'm temporarily for here, just to like hiding and to save my life. When things will get better, I'll come back to you, because I was suffering from COVID at that time, so I can't able to travel along with him, or I can't join him even later, because still till September I was in my recovery phase. So I requested him number of times that you should go to some safer place or some kind of where journalists are a bit safer, or with freedom of speech is good at that countries. But he never decided for that thing, and he was just hopeful that he will come back to his country. And when I think he start feeling a bit safe in Kenya, then he started, I think, going out, and then the assassinators or the whoever planned this from Pakistan and executed in Kenya, they have targeted him, because I still don't believe this. He was a harmless man. He never hold a weapon in his hand. He was a very peace loving person, a pet lover. He loved and respect humanity. He never raised a voice on anyone. He respect women. He respect children. He loved nature, and he was very kind, and he always give lots of charities. So why they have targeted only my husband when the number of visitor visit your country? And in the same manner in which people have threatened him in Pakistan, that we are going to shoot you, and it was like executed by your police. I don't know about the corruption level or the professionalism of your police, but I'm very much disappointed about the system which exists in your country, especially the judiciary, and then your this police system, and even this IPOA. They never responded to my queries and my email. They always said, we are a government organization, we can only talk to, but treat me like a human now, treat me like a victim. I have lost my husband on your soil, then you are answerable to me. I don't think so. There some kind of justice exists in the country or not. I have a question from all Kenyans, like to support me in this cause. I need justice for my husband, who is a very loving person and who is exposing the corruption of ruling elite of my country. Why he was assassinated at your soil? I need this answer. And where is and where is that police people? Where they are they in the custody of police? Are they in custody of IPOA when they are going into a prosecution? Why no one is giving answers to my questions? I need them to be punished as per your law.
So, Javeria, since that incident happened, has the Kenyan government or any institution reached out to you officially to tell you what happened or the progress of the investigation?
No, no one is responded to my emails, and no one has still contacted to me. I tag everyone on Twitter. I also have a verified account and verified YouTube. I tag them in my open letter. Then I have find out the emails of each and every concerned person of the police and GSU and the other Ministry of Interior, Defense, and this Foreign Office. Now I'm thinking to write to even First Lady of Kenya as well, and the Vice President as well, and even to opposition leader as well, that someone is going to be like answerable to me, because your police state has killed my husband, so they are responsible to give me justice now. And when they are going to prosecute them, and when they are going to punish them. So no one is, since after like this 78 days, no one has contacted me, and no one is even sent me a single letter or email about the this unfortunate incident, for like even condolences. They never send me a single line of message or email.
So, Javeria, a day after this happened, the detectives and officers from the Pakistani intelligence service who visited Kenya to work with our local investigators to get to the bottom of what happened. You've said you've not had any official communication from the Kenyan side, but have you heard anything from the Pakistani side?
Pakistani Supreme Court has taken the sumoto notice for this case, and this case is right now in Supreme Court. First, they have sent fact-finding mission to your country. Now they are sending a joint investigation team in your country to get like more evidence and more things. But um, someone in Pakistan planned this everything, and your police executed this thing in your on your soil. So there are two aspects of this merger, and there are two type of like people who are involved in this. So for me, when they will be in the when they will be behind the bars and they will get like punishment, whichever your law tell us about for such crimes, then I will get the justice when they all policemen will get punishment as per your law for this.
Javier, just listening to you, you believe the planners of this were in Pakistan and the executors were in Kenya. You're talking about, justice. Do you feel you will ever get it?
For Pakistan, I say no. For Kenya, if they believe on law, if they give justice to people who are victim in such kind of cases, then I'm hopeful that I will get justice and killers will be behind the bars soon. But if they practice same things like police and other departments do this in Pakistan, then I'm not hopeful from both countries. They will not give justice to us. It's a long, painful journey of fight for justice. But I know there is nothing, just darkness ahead.
The two autopsy reports contradicting each other. The Kenyan side, the autopsy report coming from Pakistan indicated that Arshad was tortured before he was murdered. Just please share with us any more detail you might have from your end on
You
the two
know, this is
autopsy
very
reports.
painful. The both reports have different findings, and I always think about one thing that I pray from Allah, God, that I wish he is not going. He was not tortured before his death. I feel so traumatic even to saw those images on TV because I didn't seen his hand in the in mortuary or in postmortem room. I just see the bullet wounds, and I was like shattered, and I was crying a lot. So I never met him like a journalist over there. I receive him like a wife, and it was very painful. So both have a contradiction in their reports, and everyone have their own perspective for this case, and everyone have their own killers and own beneficiary in this case, and no one is like ready to give me a justice for my husband who was brutally killed. And it was very traumatic to see him with all those bullet wounds. I don't know why they targeted innocent journalist on head, and not even head, but they fired bullet on his like upper back as well and lower back as well. I don't know what they got from this, but I think there is some kind of planning behind this, and it's a pre-planned murder.
I mean, Javeria, sorry again for all the emotions and everything that you're going through in trying to find justice for your husband. I know you did an open letter to the president, as you mentioned earlier. In the event, and just in case he's watching, or if he ever gets a chance to watch you now, what would you want the Kenyan president, William Ruto, to do for you?
I have a request from a president of, I'm really sorry, that give justice to my family and put all those culprits behind the bars who killed my innocent, harmless husband in such a brutal manner, and give justice to me and my family. At least they should send us some kind of condolence message or some email to us. And I'm seeking for justice, and I'm looking towards him and his office to Punish all those culprits who are behind this assassination, the planners in Africa and the executors in Kenya.
Okay, Javeria. What we can promise here at Summer Box and here at the social newsroom is we want to keep this story alive. We want to keep his memory alive. The sacrifices he made as an investigative journalist and being one, I know it's tough working in an environment where you are pursued by people and threats all around. I'm just wondering, and maybe this as we just wind up, are you getting any help from the Pakistani journalists? Are they pushing this story forward? Are they keeping the story alive?
Few journalists from Pakistan, even from international community, even from your own country, Kenya, they always supported me in this cause, and even the social media people members were using this Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. They are keeping alive this issue, and they are supporting us. And a large number of member of public, they are also supporting us, and we'll try to get justice in this case. It is not easy, but still we are trying.
Yeah, right. So finally, Javeria, how would you want us, especially journalists all over the world, because this affected journalists all over the world, for those who are also coming up in this field and for the sake of humanity, how would you want Arshad Sharif to be remembered?
First of all, I want to request human rights organization, law organizations, and media organization to help me to take justice in my husband case. Then Arshad was a very brave man. He did so many good things in his life. Even his legacy is alive. People still share his quotes, videos, his book. Uh, and he's shaheed in our concept. He's alive. I request everyone to always hate corruption, always raise your voice against corruption, and always support the truth and the facts, and love your country. He loved his country till his last breath. He never take any asylum. He never take any residency. He wanted to come back to his own country, and he always says to me when we got married that hero dies young, and he died at very young age, and he left me. So it was his very famous quote. He always keeps saying that hero dies young. So in the fight of truth and the fight of against corruption, he left us, but his legacy is alive.
Well, thank you so much, Javeria, for your time. Like you've just said, he's left a legacy. And from the Pakistani journalists that I've spoken to, he was an icon, he was a role model that many were emulating, and that those who still look up to the works that he did, the boldness, the courage in which he undertook his job and exposing corruption in government and the high places. His was a calling. That's what I've heard from my friends from Pakistan, that he died in his calling. So I just pray and hope that you will find this justice. Like you've said, it's a long journey, it's not easy, but we just pray and hope that you will find closure and you'll find this justice, whether it's from the Kenyan side or from the Pakistani side. But many thanks, and thank you so much for taking your time to talk to us.
Thank you, Dennis.
Thank you.